par ton bras s'est porté l'épée, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Whatsoever things are true, a promise made over 100 years ago. Today we are gathered in this university community to celebrate this commitment to ourselves and to each other. We celebrate with our students and professors, the non-academic staff and support staff, the administration, those who volunteer on the University Board of Governors, Senate, and Alumni Council, and all who promote sound education in our community. We celebrate with all those who leave here today with their degrees. May you continue to pursue more steadfastly whatsoever things are true. May you continue to serve in your global home. May you continue to grow in wisdom and grace. And may the University of Alberta always be a home of truth and wisdom, a community filled with promise for the future and goodwill toward all. Please be seated. Welcome to the University of Alberta. My name is Doug Stollery, and I have the privilege of serving as the Chancellor of this university and conferring your degrees today. The University of Alberta acknowledges that we are located on Treaty 6 territory and respects the histories, languages, and cultures of First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and all First Peoples of Canada, whose presence continues to enrich our vibrant community. On behalf of the entire university community, I am delighted to welcome you to this convocation. We are very pleased that so many friends and family members could join us as we celebrate the accomplishments of our graduates. This is a ceremony full of traditions, but what do they mean? Convocation is a Latin term meaning a gathering together of all qualified degree holders in a university community. This tradition dates back almost 700 years. As you participate in today's ceremony, you are walking in the footsteps of many generations of scholars. Today's formal opening procession to the stage, led by our Chief Marshal and the University Mace, originates in the procession of the Guild of Teachers. Such guilds in past centuries were dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, with individuals moving from apprentice to master to teacher. You will have noted the many different academic gowns, hoods, and caps here on stage today. These reflect centuries of university tradition. Your own academic gowns and hoods date back to the Middle Ages. The different colors and designs signify the degree you have earned. Your caps, the Oxford-style mortarboards, celebrate your independence and freedom as scholars. Our celebration will begin with formal greetings from our Board of Governors. Our first address to convocation will be from University of Alberta President, Dr. David Turpin. Our second address to convocation will be from President Firoz Rasool, who has accepted our invitation to receive an Honorary Doctor of Science, our university's highest honor. An honorary degree recognizes inspiring role models and leaders, celebrating extraordinary achievements or remarkable service to society. Following the presentation of the honorary degree, we will begin with a recognition of your degrees. After you are presented to the community on behalf of the faculties, our president will guide you through your pledge. It will then be my great honor to admit you to your degrees. Then it will be your turn up here with us. Each of you will cross the stage as your name is called. For everyone here, that will be the most important part of our ceremony. Your degree will be conferred as I congratulate you and we shake hands. So something to remember, shake hands with the Chancellor. That moment will bind you and the University of Alberta together for all time. Your families and friends are witness to that commitment, as are all the members of our platform party. Joining the celebration at the center of the stage with me today is our president, Dr. David Turpin, and the chair of our Board of Governors, Mr. Michael Fair. I'm very pleased that deans and professors from our faculties of engineering and pharmacy and pharmaceutical sciences are here to congratulate each graduate as you cross the stage. I would also like to recognize Elder Betty Latendre, who is here today to extend a special note of congratulations to our Indigenous graduates as they receive their degrees. Our distinguished guests on the Convocation stage include former Chancellor and a former chair of our Board of Governors, past University of Alberta honorary degree recipients, members of our Board, Senate, and Alumni Council, members of our senior leadership team at the University of Alberta, including our Provost, Vice Presidents, and Vice Provosts, leaders from the associations representing our graduate, our academic staff, and non-academic staff, and especially professors from your faculties, your Guild of Teachers. We're all here to celebrate and to welcome you to our alumni family. I hope you enjoy the day. I'd like to start by inviting greetings from the chair of our Board of Governors, Mr. Michael Fair.
Eminent Chancellor, Mr. Douglas Dollery, President David Turpin, distinguished guests, graduates, families, and friends. I'm pleased to be here today to bring greetings on behalf of the Board of Governors. Convocation is a special time when the entire university community gathers to celebrate your tremendous achievements. Indeed, the university has much to celebrate, but today we especially gather to celebrate you, the graduating class of 2017. You have achieved a level of excellence which will be forever recognized in your university degree, a University of Alberta degree. Representing the Board of Governors, I and the full board are committed to excellence today and tomorrow, providing excellence in teaching and research that has supported you and will support those that follow in our ever-changing world. Alberta and Canada are a great place for all of us, and great because of this graduating class of 2017. Your degree is a sign of your achievement at the University of Alberta. It is also a signal to others that you are the kind of citizens that bring knowledge, understanding, and skills to the society that we live in. Competent, giving, ethical, and engaged in the challenges and opportunities today and tomorrow. Congratulations to you, your families, friends, and supporters. Continue to learn, continue to achieve, enjoy today, and we wish you the very best for the future. Thank you.
It's my pleasure to invite Dr. David Turpin, the President of the University of Alberta, to address Convocation.
Eminent Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the Academy, staff, family, friends, and especially you, graduates. Congratulations and well done. If we have done our job well, you are facing a tremendous amount of accomplishment today, and the reason is simple. We have pushed you, asked you to work hard, to think in new ways, and test your limits, and you've done it. I hope that you also feel prepared to pursue new challenges and ask even more of yourselves in the days and years ahead. Because we need you. We need your new ideas, your skills, and your energy. We need your enormous potential to help us build a better, stronger, more just, and compassionate Canada. Your potential and capacity to help has particular meaning this year as we celebrate the 150th anniversary of Canada's Confederation. I was only 10 years old when Canada celebrated its centennial in 1967. My memories of that year are filled with the fun and the wonder of it. The centennial train making its way across the country, the centennial fitness challenge that tested every school kid, and the space-age buildings of Montreal's Expo 67. Now, 50 years later, I've been thinking about what it means to be a Canadian. One thread runs through it all: diversity. In 1967, although I was a so-called typical kid, I figured out early on that there were many ways to be Canadian. My family had ties in this part of the world that go back 7 generations. Both my grandmothers came from farming families, one in Saskatchewan and one in southern Alberta. On the other hand, both my grandfathers were immigrants to Canada. One was a Welsh opera singer who, in a very unlikely turn of events, fell in love when his company was touring through Calgary. It changed his life and mine, creating connections for me far beyond the borders of Canada, connections that endure to this day. Those ties deepened and extended even further when I married my wife, Shura and became part of her family. She was born in Germany and then immigrated with her family from India to Canada in the 1960s. And our family in India is very much a part of our lives today. As I've grown older, my many Canadas have included living in Alberta's prairies and foothills, BC's rainforests and seacoasts, and Eastern Ontario's Canadian Shield, Great Lakes, and rivers. I know my story is not unique. I expect that many of you experience a similar layering of identity and connection. There is no one Canada. We are all many cultures, histories, languages, and geographies in one. This is the very essence of the Canadian adventure, Lester Pearson, Canada's Prime Minister in 1967, said. Out of this diversity must come unity. I thought of this last week when I joined members of Alberta's Indigenous and non-Indigenous communities in the circle of a pipe ceremony. We were preparing to sign a memorandum of understanding with the National Centre for Truth and Reconciliation. As we were sitting in that circle, Elder Jerry Saddleback told us, "We are all in unison, held in equal esteem." We exemplified unity in diversity. Each of us, equal in our distance from the center, but with slightly different perspectives. Unity in diversity. Can we achieve reconciliation without it? How can we build a better Canada without continuing to pursue the great Canadian adventure of finding unity in diversity? For me, a better Canada would ensure that all people feel welcome, safe, and accepted, and able to give back to their communities, regardless of their background. A better Canada would engage peoples and countries around the world, not for self-interest, but for our common interest. A better Canada would be innovative and in the forefront of the global knowledge economy. In short, a better Canada would be one of the most socially, culturally, economically, and environmentally prosperous of nations. What does a better Canada look like to you? When you look ahead to Canada's next 50 years, the 50 years that your generation will shape, what can you do to make our country better for all? I look at the auditorium today, and I see many Canadas reflected back to me in your faces. That diversity is a tremendous strength, but it is a strength we cannot take for granted. We can instead be tempted to draw definite borders around who we are and limit what it means to be Canadian. But what would be the result? Look back over our first 150 years, and you can see that Canada has been scarred by such attempts to fix our identity. We need only think of the residential school system or the Chinese head tax to see that limiting our definition of Canadian has hurt our First Nation, Métis, and Inuit peoples, as well as numerous immigrant and other minority communities, all of whom, without exception, have done so much to build this country. When I think of the divisiveness and isolationism present in so much political discourse across the world today, I fear that we have failed to learn this lesson. We seem to be choosing instead to sit in our customized echo chambers, where we literally don't have to see or hear from those we'd rather not acknowledge. As members of the University of Alberta's diverse community, you have a great advantage. While studying at the U of A, you have encountered and listened to people who have ideas and perspectives different than your own. You've opened yourselves to each other and created a space where you could hear each other, see from each other's perspectives, and find solutions together. Finding what is common between us, using our differences to be innovative and creative. These are skills you've developed here, and I ask you to use and expand them through the coming years. When you reflect back in 50 years on how Canada has changed since Canada won 50, I hope that you will be able to look back with the knowledge that you took these skills and your particular talents and potential to help make Canada a better place for all of us. Take inspiration from the thousands of U of A alumni who have already left a tangible legacy in every sector of society, in the laws they have written, the movements they have led, the scientific discoveries that have changed our lives, the businesses they've built, and the students they have taught. Now it is your turn. It is your turn to step up. It is your turn to build a better, stronger, more prosperous, just, and compassionate Canada. The next 50 years are yours, so take advantage of it. Congratulations to each and every one of you, and we look forward with great anticipation to all your future accomplishments. Thank you.
Knowledge shall not be the concern of scholars alone. The uplifting of the whole people shall be its final goal.
They inspire us all with their brilliance, creative force, and fervent desire to make the world a better place.
I accept in the name of our poor people.
Dream your dreams. It is possible to have a new kind of world.
Those who receive an honorary degree from the University of Alberta set the highest standards of dedication and excellence for students and for society at large.
You will always find it, your own courage or theirs, in the eyes of the other.
Go where there's no path and leave a trail for someone else.
And while their backgrounds and fields of endeavor vary widely, all are exceptional.
Maybe it's best if I just speak from the heart.
I will remember you. Will you remember me?
We face today a clash of ignorances.
You are who make the history. You are who create the future.
U of A honorary degree recipients embody the university's vision to inspire the human spirit through outstanding achievements in learning, discovery, and citizenship in a creative community.
I think we are now in the threshold of a new beginning.
It is a spirit that is building one of the world's great universities for the public good.
It is your attitude that will sustain you. It is not what happens to you, it is what you do with it.
Travel well, travel without prejudice, live long and prosper. There you go. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University of Alberta, it is my privilege to introduce Ferouz Abdul Razoul for the honorary degree of Doctor of Science, our institution's highest honor. Ingenuity, entrepreneurship, and leadership in the international community. Aga Khan University President Razoul is an inspiring role model in all three areas of public life. On ingenuity, a graduate in industrial engineering from the University of Hertfordshire in the United Kingdom, Ferouz Razoul spent a number of years with MDI Mobile Data International, leading business development for high-speed wireless data communications technology and applications. He then served as president and CEO of Ballard Power Systems, a world leader in fuel cell technology with applications for transportation and telecommunications. He received both the Transportation Person of the Year Award from the Government of Canada and the inaugural Grove Medal named for the inventor of the fuel cell from the United Kingdom. On entrepreneurship, Ferouz Razoul has been recognized as CEO of the best performing company in Canada. He has successfully balanced business acumen with cutting-edge innovation, raising over $1.2 billion for research and development, manufacturing, and market commercialization, while also contributing to the creation of over 2,000 knowledge-based jobs in the Canadian economy. He is also an influential angel investor supporting young entrepreneurs with creative ideas. On leadership, Ferouz Razoul has charted the successful growth and development of the Aga Khan University in several conflict zones in the developing world since 2005. Widely respected as a driving force for innovation in the international academic community, he has been an invited speaker at schools of business and management around the world, as well as at the World Economic Forum. He continues to navigate different political landscapes and higher education systems with skill and grace, drawing on the expertise of a wide range of intellectuals and practitioners to serve the specific needs of diverse learning communities in South Asia and East Africa. True to his training as an engineer, he also has a reputation for the rapid design and implementation of practical solutions to the challenges of running a world-class university located in 6 different countries. Among many other roles, Dr. Razoul has also served as the president of the Aga Khan Council for Canada, where he was a leader in supporting global pluralism. Today, we celebrate his accomplishments as an academic and a leader. We celebrate his commitment to improving the well-being of people in the developing world, and we honor his dedication to equality and pluralism in our global community. Eminent Chancellor, it's with great pride and respect that that I present Feroz Abdul Rasool.
Feroz Abdul Rasool, in recognition of outstanding leadership at the forefront of innovation and higher education in the international community, I desire to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Science, and to express the hope that we shall continue to be enriched by your wise counsel for many years to come. Chancellor Stollery, President David Turpin, Chairman and members of the board, families, friends, and graduates. I was saying, or shall I say fellow engineers, but I also noticed there are some pharmacists in the audience. So pharmacists, welcome as well. The honor being conferred upon me today is very meaningful for several reasons. Because of the long special relationship between the University of Alberta and my university, the Aga Khan University. The honor I am receiving today from the Faculty of Engineering, even though I only use my engineering education to do other things. And the fact that my wife is receiving a similar honor tomorrow, so this makes it a very special occasion. And I'm very humbled and grateful for the recognition that is conferred upon me today. In deciding what to speak about and what advice I can give, and as you can imagine, as university president, I hear a lot of speeches given to graduates. So now that I have to make one myself, I had to think about what I would share with you. And so I decided that I would reflect on my own experiences as an engineer, an entrepreneur, a volunteer, and now a university president. I believe an aphorism or saying I came across captures the essence of what I wanted to share with you today. The words have been attributed to several people, but probably came from Ralph Waldo Emerson. And the words are, "Those who know how will always work for those who know why." As many of you understand, engineering or pharmacy is a how profession. How do you conceptualize? How do you design? How do you make, build, or construct? How do you operate? How do you maintain? And so on. And I'm sure all of you will be very successful in your respective fields. After all, you're graduates of the University of Alberta, one of the top engineering and pharmacy schools in Canada. But if you want to rise above the crowd, you will have to acquire other ways of thinking. Working in the bowels of a manufacturing organization as an industrial engineer, making high-quality widgets, I kept asking myself, who decided what widgets we should make? And why these widgets and not others? Engineers are taught to analyze problems, to break down the problem into its component parts, and figure out what is wrong before developing a solution. But the question that I asked requires synthesis, standing back and considering the problem in a wider context. That is what is going to be required. So, do you understand your context within which this would take place? The world today and ahead of you is undergoing accelerating change in terms of technology, social norms, communication, rising nationalism, dynamic geopolitics, economic inequality, mass migration, synthetic biology, medical advancements, artificial intelligence, and massive online education, just to name a few. This list is endless. There is a lot changing in the world around us. But the context also includes questions that we should be asking. Why was Donald Trump elected as the president of the US? Why is the political and economic center of gravity of the world moving to the Indian Ocean? Why are many countries of the world running out of fresh or drinkable water? Why is culture important for the development of society? Why is everyone excited and at the same time worried about the fact that 60% of Africa's population is under 25 and will double by the year 2050? Why is regenerative medicine from stem cells going to revolutionize healthcare? And why is it also so scary? Why does the largest hoteling company, Airbnb, own no rooms, has only 2,500 employees? And why does the world's largest taxi company, Uber, own no cars and employs no drivers, yet is valued at over $70 billion? These innovations have an immediate and mind-boggling impact on our lives. So what are the implications of these changes? Why are they occurring? Who or what is driving them? Why are we not thinking about all the lost jobs that I just described? What will be the effect on you, your families, and your communities? I believe if you don't learn to question, think about, and understand this larger context, you will be swimming in an ever-decreasing pool of opportunity. So, where do you get your information about this context? As I advise you to open up your minds to view the world around you from a different lens and to learn from it, I am concerned about the authenticity of what we hear, watch, and learn. And here, I'm not talking about fake news. Let's look at where we get our information. The media industry is undergoing revolutionary change. Every day, fewer and fewer people consume their news from newspapers. The difference between information, opinion, and entertainment is fast disappearing. And the short video on YouTube is rapidly displacing the thoughtfully written word as a way of communication. Yet, as we are exposed to more sources, more media, and more formats, we confront more challenges. His Highness the Aga Khan, the founder and chancellor of the Aga Khan University, said in 2016 in Toronto at a citizenship conference, and I quote, "Media proliferation is a challenge. What it often means is media fragmentation. Many now live in their own media bubbles, resisting diverse views. We think sometimes that the new technologies can save us. If we can connect faster, at lower cost, across greater distances, with more people, just think what could happen. We could all learn more. But I'm not sure that things are working out quite that way. The explosion of available information often means less focus on relevant information and even a surfeit of misinformation." The New York Times wrote last week, and I quote, "The 140-character Twitter network favored by President Trump is heavily used by people in media as well." That's an issue, because Twitter is making the news dumber. It exacerbates groupthink. It prizes pundit-ready quips over substantive debate, and it tends to elevate the silly over the serious. But the biggest problem with Twitter's place in the news is its role in the production and dissemination of propaganda and misinformation. End of quote. So graduates, all of this that I've just described means we suffer a shrinking attention span. We only listen to those whose opinions match ours, who belong to the same groups, and with whom we agree. This tribalism, as it's called, is very comfortable. But it is also very dangerous, because we will develop a narrow understanding of the world around us if we miss out on other perspectives, opinions, and positions. So my advice to you is to widen the aperture of your lens. Expand and diversify your sources of information. Listen and read opinions you disagree with,
But the best of all is visit parts of the world to see for yourself what is going on, preferably to work or volunteer for a while and not just visit as a tourist. And remember, you must keep asking why. Thank you for the honor.
Well, wasn't that a truly powerful address? Thank you, and your presence today and your thoughtful words have been a real gift for all of us. We would now ask you to sign our university honor roll to commemorate your honorary degree. Thank you, Dr. Rizal. You are now officially a member of our honorary degree recipient family. And now, graduates, it is your turn. As the name of each graduate is called to cross the stage, I will formally admit you to your degrees, and we will have an opportunity to congratulate you. On your journey across the stage, you will also walk past the University of Alberta ceremonial mace. Centuries ago, the mace was a symbol of authority over life and death. Today, this mace represents the life-changing power of knowledge and the importance of our university and our alumni in the community. I look forward to meeting you on this stage.
Please rise. On page 5 of your convocation booklet, you'll find the pledge. Please respond as indicated. Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculty, I present to you these scholars and ask that they be pledged and admitted to the degrees to which they are entitled.
Do you promise faithfully to observe and loyally to maintain the statutes, customs, privileges, and liberties of this, your university? Do you solemnly promise to conduct yourself in all things loyally and faithfully to the honor of your university, the encouragement of learning, and the good of your country?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province and with the consent of this university, I admit you to the degrees to which you are entitled and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining to such degrees. I charge you to use them for the uplifting of the whole people, to inspire the human spirit, for all who believe to serve your God, and to pursue more steadfastly whatsoever things are true. Please be seated.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Fraser Forbes and Professor Heather Zwicker, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Engineering and the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Hussein Mohammed Hassan Abdel Tawab. Ahmad Hussein Adil. Babkir Suleiman Muhammad Ali. Mustafa Ege Babadagli. Enrique Fernandez Ruiz. Riaz ul Haq. Ning He. Kyle David Holland. Guan San Mi. Syed Hussan Musavi. Hadi Nazaripur. Hakime Purmedi. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Science, Ahmed Salim Dokali Abukshim. Gordon Amoako Agyamang. Mohsen Bayati. Negar Bezati Fard. Fatemeh Rozwane Chowdhury. Ishant Bupapdal Dahnani. Steve George D'Souza. Stephen Dwyer. Faham Alam Hashmi. Hemant. Tianyi Ho. Alexander Jeffrey Hunt. Harmandeep Kaur. Arjun Haresh Kumar Joshi. Manjit Kumar. Yiktan Roy Lee. Garima Mahindru. Mohammed Salaiman. Manas Kumar Parida. Yazdan Kordasani. Lu Xian. Anmol Sachdeva. Harmandeep Kaur Sandhu. Hafiz Umar Shafiq. Ji Wen Ting. Jiang Xiong. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Engineering, Ibrahim Hijazi. Baoshan Li. Kamala Kanan Ramandas. Rotaz Singh.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Fraser Forbes, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Engineering. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering Physics, recipient of a Governor General's Silver Medal, the Right Honorable C.D. Howe Memorial Fellowship, the APEGA Past President's Medal in Engineering Physics, and the Henry Burks and Sons Medal, Sam Lucas Anderson with distinction.
Sam Anderson is one of 3 recipients of the Governor General's Silver Medal, the University of Alberta's most prestigious academic award, donated by the Governor General of Canada. First presented in 1873 by the Earl of Dufferin, the medals recognize and encourage academic excellence across Canada. Sam has also been awarded this year's Right Honorable C.D. Howe Memorial Fellowship, our most prestigious convocating undergraduate monetary award. Funded by an endowment from the C.D. Howe Memorial Foundation, this fellowship is awarded to the undergraduate student who attains the highest overall standing throughout their degree program at the University of Alberta. Sam is also this year's recipient of the Henry Burks and Sons Medal. This medal is awarded to a graduating student from the Faculty of Engineering on the basis of excellent academic standing in the final 2 years of the engineering program. The award is donated annually by Henry Burks and Sons Limited. Throughout his time at the University of Alberta, Sam has shown an impressive commitment to his academic work, maintaining a 4.0 GPA. He has received numerous scholarships and been involved in a number of research publications. Sam has dedicated a significant amount of time to volunteering as well, including serving as co-president of the Engineering Physics Club. Sam will be attending the University of British Columbia to pursue his Master of Science in Atmospheric Science and continue his passion for understanding the effects of climate change on vulnerable communities. Sam, congratulations.
Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, Stephen Joseph Anderson. Ross Hamish Anderson with distinction. Randy Allen Barron. Mohammed Salim Ben Khaled. Andrew Kenton Bradshaw. Jacob Andrew Charlebois. Jake Thomas Davidson with distinction. Anju Juliette Epen. Christina Ho. Philip Huang. Andrew Robert Hoskins. Anson Matthew Chunyin Lee. Kelvin Liang Ma. Michelle Tagsip Mabuyo. Andrea Kristen McIntosh with distinction. Kyle John O'Shaughnessy with distinction. Uday Chandar Rishi with distinction. David John Ross. Shivanish Singla. John William Slavinsky with distinction. Kirsten Ashley Svidal. Dominique Kiel Trottier with distinction. Raghav Dinakar Vamaraju. Robin Anthony Verlun. Joshua Jeremy Jamie White. Jaiwei Wu. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering. Olusegun Adekunle. Brandon Marcus Albrecht. Mohammed Shafiq Al-Musabe. Joshua Michael Baber. Maximilian Basler. Ryan Patrick Benvenuto. Darian Graham Bertram. Yash Bhatt. Michelle Christine Braun. Jacob Aaron Brown with distinction. Jared James Brose. Pramod Chandrasekhar with distinction. Danlin Chen. Bertie Chen. Stephen Jiong Choi. Recipient of the APEGA Past President's Medal in Electrical Engineering, David Nathaniel Coburn with distinction. Jian Dai. Braden Michael DeBoon with distinction. Joseph Stephen Dell. Eric Thomas Durr with distinction. Carson Robert Dick. Samantha Gabrielle Dioxin with distinction. Sean Doris with distinction. Austin James Patrick Fernandez. Emmanuel Freddy. Sean Friedrich. Mecca Mingjia Gong with distinction. Catherine Huo. Carlos Agustin Harquin. Changpeng Jiang with distinction. Tyler Lawrence Johnson. Andrew Tanner Josie with distinction. Kelly Thomas Keenan. Elizaveta Karlova with distinction. Nicholas Irwin Kwan Yong with distinction. Alvin Lam. Chuk Yin Lam. Yong Woon Lee. Rachel Lagasa. Ariel Lee with distinction. Ying Liu. Darren Ray Mayak with distinction. Brian David Markley. Chester Martinez. Bradley James Moon. Eric James McCann. Ethan Rashad Nyamath. Evan David Pals. Adam Spencer Robert Parker. Adam Keen Pickering with distinction. Landon Ross Prokop. Dennis Ramsawak. Nalan Rathi. Jaskaran Singh Reen. Raghavendiran Selvakumar. E. Shen. Graham Michael Shuchuk. Brandon Tagg. Umer Tariq. Hamza Tashfin. Tan Viet Trong. Joshua Christopher Vermeer. George Voloboev. Xian Yu Wang. Jared Raymond Allen Watts. Bernard Sebastian Werner with distinction. Linjin Xiang. Dixin Xiao. Ji Shu. Benjamin Jijian Yung with distinction. Qinxin Yuan with distinction. Nicholas Stephen Zoft. Luona Zhang. Andrew Zhou. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, Khalid Jamal Ahmad. Carlos Aladin. Abdallah Al-Mutaseb with distinction. Shi An. Ebale Oziama Anekwe with distinction. Brooks Atley. Mitchell Howard Baggett. Trevor John Bain. Huxley Clark Bentz. Mitchell Curtis Berge with distinction. Karan Bavsar. Karanvir Billing. Tajiri Louis Benitsier Cassidy. Recipient of the APEGA Past President's Medal in Mechanical Engineering, Michael Leonard Boski with distinction. Michael Bonat. Nicholas Conan Botham. Kelly Margaret Brisky. Christopher James Biot with distinction. Shaylin Sian Carpenter with distinction. Adam Douglas Cartwright. Vincent Castonguay Siu. Christine Victoria Chung. Michael Joseph Patrick Conway with distinction. Corbin Stewart Neil Cooper with distinction. Caleb Adam DeWall. Drayson Peter Delorier with distinction. Panveer Singh Daliwal. Nicholas Michael de Blanco. Jordan Michael Elm. Mohammed Khalid Farouk. Eric James Filipowski. Sabrina Daniela Fleming with distinction. Riley James Frank. Peter Paul Friedrich. Hazim Gaber. Lutao Gao. Andrew Fraser George with distinction. Julian Godoy. Jeremy Kashengo with distinction. Jordan Matthew Harder with distinction. Jane Harrington with distinction. Ty Hartwig with distinction. Johan Hu. Shannon Wendy Hill with distinction. Christopher Allen Hinger. Jared Michael Holitsky. Christopher Hiroshi Wei Hong with distinction. Li Ming Hong. Weifang Hong. Braden Robert Carl Horebeck with distinction. Warren James Stewart Frinnick. Nam Van Hun. Ryan Jeffrey Jason Jansen. Udam Anusara Janetti. Prehandavin Sean Joseph. Kunho Kang with distinction. Aiden Timothy Patrick Keaveney with distinction. Stephen Kyle Keep with distinction. Mohammed Khan. Jekyung Kim. William Kim. Garen Lee Gregory Kufert with distinction. Karim Kurji. Jackson Theodore Kutzner. Nicholas Alexander Larocque. McCall Robert Levitt with distinction. Felix Yanseng Liang. Hayang Li with distinction. Sning Jenny Lee. Shinbe Lin. Calvin Lowe with distinction. Thaddeus Dingen Lo. Aolin Lu with distinction. Jenna Kelly Luchak. Nathan Luong. Justin Daniel Sidney Lutz. Austin Ma with distinction. Samantha Ray McGilvery with distinction. Arunava Majumdar. Gino Nicholas McCullough. Stephen Mark William Middleton with distinction. Dalen Mimo. Omar Farouk Mohammed with distinction. Joel Evan Mueller with distinction. Sean Mohammed. Ryan Geza Naj. Hafiz Nathu with distinction. Leanne Karen Navis with distinction. Peter Nisevich. Gregory Michael Nieberding. Mark Allen Oler with distinction. Theodore Joseph Osterman. Hyoje Park. Shahrukh Parvez. Alexander David Pond with distinction. Gagan Prince. Ali Kazalbash. Jingxiao Ku with distinction. Sharanya Reddy. Jordan Scott Ritchie. Mohammed Shafiq Hanifa bin Roslan. Matthew Lucas Smuckite. Stephen Derek Schroeder. Garrett William Schultz with distinction. Matthew Aaron Scott with distinction. Sarah Angelina Semenuk with distinction. Shijan Shangwan. Gary Sham with distinction. Eric Silva Prado. Rupert Hasido Sisson. Gagandeep Sogi. Danica Sun with distinction. Stephen Swafield with distinction. Talon Riley Teggy. Aaron James Thiessen. Bill Tien Tam Tran. Craig Matthew Trischuk with distinction. Sam Tsong. Mitchell Van Brunschot. Geneva Beth Vandervin with distinction. Maximilian Thomas Wag. Xinjue Wang. Yiru Wang. Heather Elizabeth Williams. Nigel James Woodhouse. Chance Allen Wright with distinction. Di Wu. Stalin Walter Winnichuk with distinction. Owe Su. Jezeret Yelchin with distinction. Xiaohan Yan. Jun Yang. Ziacheng Yao. Matthew Martin Young with distinction. Shara Ahmad Yousefi. Yanwei Zhang. Ke Zhao. Qi Zheng. Roy Kaiwei Zhao.
Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering Physics, Ryan Lawrence Bunke. Thomas Cam with distinction. Theodore Chow with distinction. Eric Dew with distinction. Graham Justin Hornig with distinction. William Quinn Meadis. Christopher William Song with distinction. Darian Jeffrey Van Peridon with distinction. Leshuan Wang. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Neil Davies and Professor Heather Zwicker, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences and Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Nassan Nasser Al-Thurwi. Osama Al-Shanawi. Hashem Etayash. On behalf of Professor Neil Davies, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Pharmacy, winner of the Alberta College of Pharmacists Gold Medal, Jenna Michelle Buxton with distinction.
Jenna Buxton is this year's recipient of the Alberta College of Pharmacists Gold Medal, awarded by the Faculty of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences to the student from the graduating class with the highest academic standing. This award is donated annually by the Alberta College of Pharmacists to recognize excellence in pharmacy. Jenna has excelled throughout her university career, maintaining a 4.0 GPA and receiving 6 scholarships. She is excited to be entering the Edmonton Zone Hospital Residency Program in July. Driven to engage in direct interdisciplinary patient care, Jenna hopes to work in the pediatric hospital pharmacy practice. Jenna, congratulations.
Alyssa Hohoyo Ako. Emma Alda Alamano with distinction. Ha Young An with distinction. Mariah Carr Anderson. Mehnaz Anwar with distinction. Katie May Arashenko. Ashley Baddock with distinction. Seong-hee Park. Boyana Barchevsky with distinction. Ashwin Gurudev Bhatt with distinction. Brittany Nicole Boisvert with distinction. William Chan. Jamie Chung. Basha Veronica Kodorsky. Choi Chung. Jeffrey Chow. Tina Chow. Samantha Marie Davidson. Katarina Juliet DeWald. Idongeset Ekpe. Brittany Lynn Elliott with distinction. Vivian Eng with distinction. Christopher James Everenden with distinction. Nicola Marie Gale. Seth Martin Gilfillan. Miranda Ming Chung Hall. Lauren Marie Hill. Brian Thomas Stephen Hodgson. Phoebe Shu. Julissa Hui. Kevin Matthew Huey. Gasak Hussein with distinction. Albert Anthony Huynh. Jessica Hugh N. Huynh. Maggie Huynh. Yasir Iqbal. Marie Jerema. Morgan Ashley April Kent. Callan James Kenyon. Noah Dongjin Kim. Hyun Ji Kim. Sarah Ki-son Kim with distinction. Min Young Kim. Victoria Ashley Costel. Gina Kwan with distinction. Linda Lam. Raymond Lamb with distinction. Cyrus Elgin Lau with distinction. Holly Ann Lawson with distinction. Christian Xavier Lavallée. Diana Lee. Kathy Lee. Cody Lee. Amanda Yujun Leong. Chuen Wei Leong. Daniel Shuwai Leong with distinction. Jiang Lim. Johnny Luong. Chen and Ma with distinction. Bianca McGuinness Castro. Helen Andrea Marin. Carly Lynn Maxwell with distinction. Lisa Catherine McAllister with distinction. Joseph Robert McCaffrey. Lisa Karen McCarg with distinction. Matthew Yikyun Mok with distinction. Mohammed Boran Moric. Logan Andrew Morikal. Dana Zoe Monahan. Cassidy Dawn Mozak. Liling Ing. Rebecca Ngenzi. Amanda Kayi No. Catherine Han Nguyen with distinction. Yen Trang Monica Nguyen. Sunny Kai Fat Ngo. Brent Alexander Nielsen with distinction. Sonia Danki Ning. James Lawler Osborne. Ensio Park. Paulina Parkomchik. Rebecca Ann Pete with distinction. Tatiane Pomelo Mahe. Victoria Ann Price. Shane Robert Rybczynski. Iman Saleh with distinction. Alyssa Schmode. Ne Yung Shin with distinction. Sul Ki Shin. Joshua Wilfred Simpson. Vincent Spurrell with distinction.
English.
Mark Christopher St. George. a dragon of enthusiasm. Kevin G. Kin Tai.
Okay, just Kim To.
Kim To with distinction. Roy Tram. Brian Trin. Harsh Deepak Trivedi. Hugo Hao Yi Tsi. Tiffany Tsi. Luke Ulliott. Gary Wang. Kyla Melanie Wong. Shelley Wu. Wendy Shu. Alicia Marie Young with distinction. And Hao Xing Zhao with distinction.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty, I present to you the remaining scholars whose names appear in the Convocation program, but who are not in attendance.
Well, graduates, congratulations, you've made it. The class of 2017, let's hear it for them. Well, now, graduates, it's your turn. I'm going to invite you to stand up and turn around, get everyone's attention. Let's give the people who have supported you through all of this, your parents and siblings, your grandparents, your spouses, your children, your friends. Stand up, turn around, give them a huge round of applause. Today is truly a proud moment for them and for the University of Alberta. In total, we will be graduating 6,683 students over convocation ceremonies held over the next couple of days. Okay, now that I have all of you back with us, it's time to turn our attention to the final part of today's ceremony. Before you are formally inducted into the University of Alberta Alumni Association, I invite you to watch the screens for the presentation of a special video montage. The song that accompanies the video, Je te retrouve, or I Remember You, was commissioned by Campus Saint-Jean in 2008 to honor the University of Alberta's centenary. It captures the hopefulness and potential of days spent at the university and hopefully sparks your own memories of your years here. The song is also a display of many U of A talents. It was composed by Professor Emeritus Dr. Franz Lavassier-Ouimet and arranged by U of A alumnus Dr. Alan Bevan. The recording is performed by Choral Saint-Jean under the direction of Laurier Fagnan. Please enjoy.
Eminent Chancellor, thank you, merci. To the 2017 graduating class, congratulations and welcome. My name is Ayaz Banji, and I graduated from the University of Alberta in 1991 from the Faculty of Pharmacy. And it is my honor to congratulate you on becoming a University of Alberta alumnus and to officially welcome you into our alumni family. You are joining a proud and inspired group of graduates committed to each other's success and committed to building the University of Alberta into one of the world's great universities for the public good. I call upon you to stay connected with each other, with other alumni, and with your university throughout your lifetime. We will be there for you, for each other, and for our university. I also call upon you to go out from this place and to be inspired by the promise and challenge of our alumni to do great things. Our alumni have done many great things in the past. Now it is your turn. Great things are actions, big and small. They can take place anywhere, anytime. They support other alumni, the university, and our society, and they come from using the knowledge and talents you have gained here for the betterment of yourselves and others. Félicitations and bonne chance. Congratulations and best wishes in all your future endeavors. And now, please turn your attention to the screen.
No matter what your story, where you came from, what it took to get here, at this place, you were welcomed. You became part of our family. At this place, you inherited a spirit of innovation, of action, of coming together to uplift the whole people. Our school and our spirit have grown, but we still learn, innovate, lead, solve problems, take action. We raise up our communities, and we help others succeed. We are University of Alberta alumni, and for more than a century, we have come together and carved a new trail for those who follow. Together, we are stronger. Together, we shine brighter. Together, from this place into the world. Together, we have and we will do great things.
In closing, I'd like to offer a few words of thanks. Dr. Feroz Razul, thank you once again for sharing your story and your wisdom with our university family. You are an inspiring example of leadership, service, and accomplishment. In accepting this honorary degree, you bring great honor to the University of Alberta. I also wish to thank our talented vocalist and our outstanding Convocation band under the direction of Dr. Thomas Dust. And I wish to acknowledge the staff of the Office of the Registrar for their organization of today's convocation. To our graduates, congratulations for all that you have accomplished leading up to the conferral of your degree. Today is an important milestone in a journey of lifelong learning. Wherever your dreams may take you, I invite you to remain close to your alma mater, the University of Alberta. I'm pleased to invite everyone to join us in the main floor and the first balcony lobbies for refreshment and fellowship. But one final thought. Your degree will open new horizons for you and our entire community. As you contemplate your future, be mindful of the fact that of all the things you may do, of all the successes you may achieve, nothing is more important than the kindness you show to others. Thank you.
Riders for the flag.